There it is, 52 friends of mine. I also have one extra card embedded in my chest. Let me grab it out here. There we go. Excellent. Boy, look at that, it's all warped up and everything. That's okay, I'm warped too. I just make this stuff up as I go, no problem. I'm going to put that card into the deck about halfway down. Remember, I'm not going to tell you what it is, let you see it, but you notice it does stand out in the crowd if you look at it from the back side. Now, as I mix through these cards, I'd like you to take a peek at those. You can see they're all different. Now, that card that I added, of course, with the blue back, could be that 10 of hearts right there. It might be the 6 of spades right there. It could possibly be the 2 of hearts. What I will do is spread the cards out. And if you would, reach out, touch any card your heart desires. The Queen of Hearts, an excellent choice. I notice you didn't hesitate or anything. Now, if that card right there is the one with the blue back, we have a nice little miracle on our hands. And you can see it is. Very well done. By the way, what's very interesting too is all I have to do is take that little Queen of Hearts, place her right here, give a little rub. This causes a transference of ink, and each and every card in the group changes just that quickly. Kind of gets you right there, doesn't it?
Yes, it really does.
It does. I thought you'd like that. Let's take a look at the color changing deck. This is a simplified handling of this great little mystery. Of course, I use a blue deck of cards, take one card from a red deck, which is easy to get because you're going to need a red box to go with it. Place aside the red deck, the remainder of the red cards. One card, any card from the blue deck, will be placed into my shirt pocket. In fact, I always have it in my coat shirt pocket and tell my audience I have another card embedded in my chest, just for humorous purposes. On with our mystery. This red card goes on top of the blue deck. This goes into the box. We are ready now to amaze and astound. Introduce the cards. Keep the red box somewhere, of course, visible on the table for your audience because you want them to be soaking up the fact that red, red, red. Although never verbally say, I happen to have a red deck of cards. I have my pack of cards. You casually show the faces of the cards. And as you mix through the cards, you are going to use a Hindu shuffle, which is gripped like this. And of course, you will be pulling cards off. Now, in the course of this Hindu shuffle, I will turn this pack face up. My hand revolves palm up, in other words. And as I use it as a gesture, an arrow, so to speak, talking about the various cards in a pack. This is a standard pack of cards with all 52, the hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades. Oh, by the way, now you say that as almost an afterthought. Turning the deck backs up once again. Reach into your pocket and pull out this other card, placing it face down on the table. Now what I do is I tell my audience, I'm not going to show you the face of this card. In other words, you're drawing attention to what it is, not the backs. That's the subtle aspect. I now say to my audience, you'll notice, of course, it comes from a different pack of cards. There's another subtle statement. I'll place it about halfway down into the pack. Make sure, of course, you do not flash the face of this card to the audience. That is very important. This is a nice point because they get to see the contrast of the different colors. Into the pack it goes. Pack turns face up. You now Hindu shuffle again. This time what I do is I Hindu shuffle by pulling off about half of the cards. I don't pull any at the back. You can now shuffle cards off, and I can turn this hand over and use it as a pointer. See, now the card I might have added to the pack is the 3 of clubs, or possibly the Jack of clubs. Notice this allows this red back, once again, to be absorbed in the audience's eyes. Drop this pack on. You might even pick up the box and adjust it, placing it over to the left side of the table. Another subtle touch. Now you are going to do the Hindu shuffle by grabbing the cards at the back where that red back is. You will now pull off in a standard Hindu shuffle and turn this over. The card I added might be the Queen of Spades, or possibly the Seven of Spades, maybe even the Ten of Clubs. You don't want to overdo this fact. It's just a nice subtle reminder. You spread the cards between your hands face up, and in a moment you say, I will spread the cards once again face up. Notice where they are now. And you can touch any card you like. Now, ribbon spread them on the table. And of course, this one card at the very top of the pack back here, your audience cannot touch. So I place my two hands on the table, guarding the two ends. I now ask them to feel free to touch any card in the pack. Now, of course, they can touch just any card. This is a moment now of magical occurrence. These cards are squared, placed face down on the table with that one red back showing. I tell my audience, if this is the card I added a moment ago with that odd colored back, and it is, we now have quite a miracle. This is a very important moment. Don't rush the fun. Allow the audience to absorb that. Now you're going to pick up this pack and continue on. In fact, that card is so magical, all I have to do is transfer. Notice I place this card out jogged on the top, and now as I draw this card back, I use my index finger at the top and I square that back onto the pack. Draw this card off, I say we rub it like this. This causes a transference of ink, and here now is the grand finale. A ribbon spread on the table. Boom. That's the climax to our mystery. I usually now pick up the box and say, gee whiz, I'm going to have to go buy another box. There you have it, the simplified color changing deck.